we've practiced reading it. We're really working on projecting our voices, which is amazing that I actually have to teach that because they're not the quietest group of children. So we're working on that and projecting and speaking louder than you would a reading voice and louder than you would a conversation voice. And for some, it's easy and it comes really naturally, and for some, it's been work. So be patient with us, we are trying. And the second group of poems that we'll be reading are poems that are written by famous people. And you will notice, I really noticed it today, the difference between the kids reading when they're reading their own work and when they're reading someone else's. And it's sort of like if I asked all of you to write a song for me quickly and then sing it for us, you'd probably be a little nervous. But if I said, okay, please stand up, we're going to sing "O Canada," your confidence level would be quite a bit higher. So it does, they're giving a lot of themselves by reading out loud, but they're also giving something that they've created and that's important to them, and it's their thoughts and ideas. So keep that in mind when they're reading. The poems are great. It's such an exciting way to end language arts for the year because there aren't the same rules. There doesn't have to be capitals. There doesn't have to be periods. There doesn't have to be complete paragraphs. So it's a nice way to, after working all year, just to express ourselves in writing without all those structures and rules that there are in our regular writing. So get comfortable. We're going to try our best to project and use our loudest voices and take a big deep breath if you're feeling nervous. And we'll start off with group 1.
Green, a 5-word poem by Sierra. Brownies. Doesn't everyone love them? Look, put eyes in the O's. Green, trees, grass, bushes, and more. Friends, they're always there for you, and wonder.
Across the bone by Haley. H for heart hero, A for awesome, L for loving, E for earrings, I for ideas, G for golden retriever lover, and H for words.
Peace born by Seville. Peace is not a hockey fit with blood everywhere. Peace is watching hockey with no friends. Peace is not a nuclear bomb exploding. Peace is being happy. Peace is not falling off stairs. Peace is walking down the stairs calmly. Peace is not fighting with your friends. Peace is playing nicely with your friends.
It's a wonderful world with the made of few mistakes, like school, like spiders, like homework, like not having a pet of my own, like getting hurt. It's a wonderful world with the made of few mistakes.
Like school, like Nazis, like homework on vacation, like not swimming pools at school, like not having cotton candy trees, like no free toys, like killing hamsters and guinea pigs, like summer school. It's a wonderful world but they made a few mistakes.
It's a wonderful world but they made a few mistakes by men. It's a wonderful world but they made a few mistakes, like when people pollute, like when you have great dreams that don't come true, like lazy, like not being able to have a puppy, like boner, like waiting until you can drive, like not being able to go to Australia. It's a wonderful world but they made a few mistakes.
A random worded poem by Mateo. Summer camps, Agua Chill, Pepsi Nest.
You can take away by Alexandra. You can take away my bed, you can take away my cat, but please don't take away my precious little cat. I can do without shoes, I can do without a bag, but I can't do without my sweet little cat. I can do without a pencil, I can do without pens, but I can't live without my sweet little kitten.
The acrostic poem by Bella. B for Bella, E for energetic, L for laughable, L for lollipop, A for amazing.
It's a wonderful world but we made a few mistakes by Chris. It's a wonderful being able to make more decisions. It's a wonderful world, but they made a few mistakes.
Colors: blue, red, yellow, black, green, orange, and violet.
Class zero. Stereotypes about Canada is here.
A 5-word poem by Kennedy. Bed, comfy, cozy, and sleepy. Camping, fun, cold, but I love it. Fire, warm, cool, and toasty. Stella, fun, happy, cute, and loving. And Netflix, cool and good shows to watch. A 5-word poem by Ryan. PS3, Call of Duty Black Ops is really awesome. Lemonade. It's really nice to have some on a hot day. Hockey fries. I really like them. They're awesome. Cat. I really want one. And Tim Hortons. I really want a donut.
It's a wonderful world, but they've made a few mistakes by Amy. It's a wonderful world, but they've made a few mistakes. Like Barbie, strawberry shortcake, and more really girly stuff. Like making good dreams not come true. Like not getting a pet or stuff when you want. Like not giving homeless people money. Like breaking a bone and getting taxed. Like boys explosives and more stuff like feels like dying and killing. It's a wonderful world, but they've made a few mistakes.
Alliteration poem by Bailey. Me moms make marvelous mysteries. Me moms make monsters. Me moms are remix.
A 5-word poem by Luke. Laughing Man is so funny. Call of Duty is so cool. NHL 2K11 is so awesome. NHL hockey rules. And LA Kings are cool. Tell me Sharks are in the trash. Cherished poem by Marius. You can take away my apple, you can take away my leaf, but please don't take away my precious sheep. I can do without my bike, I can do without my spoon, but I can't do without my favorite sheep. I can live without an action figures, I can live without a leaf, but I can't live without my wonderful sheep.
A 5-word poem by Catherine. Cats, they are very cute. Flowers, they smell good and they are pretty. Kelsey, my sister's name. Purple, my favorite color. And candy is
Prawns, special then desserts. Summertime, Matt's prawns, original food, blueberries on pizza.
It's a wonderful world, but they made a few mistakes by Laura. It's a wonderful world, but they made a few mistakes, like March break homework, like making things cost money, like global warming, like not letting everybody do what they want, like not giving homeless people money, like the Afghanistan war, like national debt. It's a wonderful world, but they made a few mistakes.
Our first group first group for reading famous poems will be Kennedy and Bella with a very appropriate poem called Betsy Burt to the ABCs.
Betsy Burt the ABCs by Ken Nesbitt. Betsy Burt the ABCs and Thomas popped his toes. Andrew sang Amazing Grace with hot dogs up his nose. Michael dropped the microphone, it bounced a banging beat. Caroline confirmed how many oysters she could eat. Jacob juggled 7 eggs and dropped them on his head. Peg performed his poem with hiccups as she read. Laughing, wooing, shouting, we screamed, encore, bravo, truly that was one amazing student talent show. Motorcycle Driver by Dennis Lee. A motorcycle driver drove
Along a windy road, he wore a leather jacket.
and he met a warning toe.
The driver's side, I'd like to snooze. Only beside the road.
I like to drive a big black motorcycle.
Cried the toad. And so the driver settled down
Beside the winding road.
and off the motorcycle board,
Driven by the toad.
Rattlesnake singing song by Dennis Lee. Mr. Dog, a rattlesnake, eat round back. Mr. Dog, a rattlesnake, fall down back. If you catch a caterpillar, feed him apple juice. But if you catch a rattlesnake, turn him loose.
The Bear in There by Shel Silverstein. There's a polar bear
In our Frigidaire,
He likes it 'cause it's cold in there.
with his feet in the meat
And his face in the fish.
and his big hairy paws,
In the buttery dish.
he's nibbling the noodles,
He's munching the rice.
he's slipping the soda,
He's licking the ice.
and he lets her roar.
If you open the door
And it gives me a scare.
to know he's in there.
That polar bear
in
in our Frigidaire.
The Truth About Bruce by Margaret Roos.
Have you seen my dog Bruce? Let me tell you the truth. That dog is very strong. It's true, don't get me wrong. The dog can lift up City Hall, City Council, Mayor, and all. Have you seen my dog Bruce? Let me tell you the truth. That dog is so very smart, he knows the alphabet by heart, and not just our ABCs, but also in Chinese.
Have you seen my dog Bruce? Would I tell you anything but the truth? The dog is so cool, he can drink a whole pool. Eats hamburgers every day from a silver serving tray. You have never seen Bruce, my dog. He honestly uses a log for a toothpick. It's no tail, and when he wags his tail, it storms all over the city. You haven't seen him? What a pity. My dog Bruce knows every trick. He can sit and fetch a stick all over and play dead. He's very good at that. Once he played dead for 7 days. I say stay, and Bruce stays. When Bruce barks, plug your ears. You can hear in all years. Windows shatter, towers shake, people everywhere awake. And Bruce barks, burglars flee. Now why would you not believe me?
You haven't seen Bruce? Let me tell you the truth. I'm not surprised at that. You see, I just saw a cat. I'm pretty sure Bruce was terrified. Because of cats, he's terrified.
Virtual Maniac by Margaret Roos.
Strange thing happened to me.
I'm not sure how, but you see,
My mom rented me a video game.
since then I haven't been the same.
We rented it just for one day.
I thought it was awesome and yelled,
Alright, I chose two games that looked alright.
with race cars, swords, and a black knight.
I carried the machine home and went into my room.
It instantly changed into a temple of doom.
I switched on the machine and TV. And a strange thing happened to me. I changed from an ice skid into a blob.
My thumbs could only push each little log.
My eyes were fixed onto the screen.
I looked like the craziest frantic that you've ever seen.
I just sat there punching, transfixed.
Maybe in little mailboxes and sticks.
I didn't eat or drink or go to the moon. It was weird.
Did it ever happen to you?
Sometimes I yelled, no, or screamed, hey.
My mom came running in to see if I was okay.
My ears only heard bleep, bleep, bleep.
I didn't take time out to sleep.
The control seemed to move to my hands as I pushed the video game's commands.
I forgot what time it was and what day.
All I did was sit and push play. Then all of a sudden I came back to life.
It happened the next day just before 5.
My mom pulled the plug. I couldn't play anymore. The machine had to go back to the store.
Okay, we're gonna listen extra hard to this next group because first they lost Alex, and then 5 minutes before they started, they lost Jason. So they're a very flexible and adaptable group.
Brother Mitch to the tune of the London Bridge by Alan Katz.
Brother Mitchkin's falling down throughout town. He's a clown. When he falls, he wears a frown. Tie his laces.
Double muscle ties him tight. He falls left, he falls right. He's a walking band-aid sight.
Tie his laces. Tie them 20 times and then
Not again.
they're open.
I think I got a better plan.
Buy him Velcro.
His Royal Sloppiness by Alan Katz. I am the Prince of Fingerprints.
Each thing I touch, I smudge.
I got ink on the windowsill and on the lamp, that's fudge.
There's mud on every doorknob.
And paint marks down the hall. But don't blame me, I have no idea what's on the bathroom wall.
Dinosaur Dinner.
By Dennis Lee.
Allosaurus, Stegosaurus, Brontosaurus too.
All enough for dinner at the dinosaur zoo.
Along came
Later, Dinosaurus Rex. Gobbled up pig because he wouldn't pay the checks.
Well, I told the class today that I was going to worry about them between school and this evening, but I didn't really have time to worry too much, and I think they did an amazing job. So let's give them Okay, and because I'm a firm believer in modeling, I've chosen a poem. It's one of my favorites, and I can't remember if I've even read it to the class yet, so I'm going to read it to all of you. It's titled Little Abigail and the Beautiful Pony, and it's by Shel Silverstein. There was a girl named Abigail who was taking a drive through the country with her parents when she spied a beautiful, sad-eyed, gray and white pony. And next to it was a sign that said, "For sale, cheap." "Oh," said Abigail, "may I have that pony? May I please?" And her parents said, "No, you may not." And Abigail said, "But I must have that pony." And her parents said, "Well, you can't have that pony, but you can have a nice butter pecan ice cream cone when we get home." And Abigail said, "But I don't want a butter pecan ice cream cone. I want that pony. I must have that pony." And her parents said, "Be quiet and stop nagging. You're not getting the pony." And Abigail began to cry and said, "If I don't get that pony, I'll die." And her parents said, "You won't die. No child ever died from not getting a pony." And Abigail felt so bad that when she got home, she went to bed. And she couldn't eat, and she couldn't sleep, and her heart was broken. She did die, all because of a pony that her parents wouldn't buy. This is a good story to read to your folks when they won't buy you something you want. And now they know. They know the secret. Just as I'm watching this group tonight, it makes me think a lot of things because the year just flies by. And we started the year with some transition for the Cordova Bay community and for this group of parents having different aged kids in a class together. And we like to call them combinations. And I like the word combination because this class really is a combination, not just a combination of boys and girls and different aged kids, but there's a lot of very different personalities. An extreme example is you have two twins that are very, very different. And you've got boys and girls that are very different, grade 4s that are very different from other grade 4s. But it works, and it's been a really amazing learning community to be a part of. I know for Lauren coming straight from Nova Scotia, coming into this community, you'd think she'd been here since kindergarten. And then we had Catherine join us, who would have known, like 2 days after she had joined the school, she was running in a cross-country race and calling out math answers. So it's a combination of learners, but it's been really exciting to watch them gel together and work together. And I won't tell you that every day is perfect and we all get along beautifully, but we work it out. And we have our good days and we have our bad days, and learning is exciting. And it was probably 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, that I stood up here to a group of parents and told them about this word called inquiry. And I remember saying, you're going to hear a lot more about it soon, so start listening for it. And it's taken over our school, and it's such an exciting way to learn. And we've had lots of fun with it because we're just constantly wondering things and learning things, and it's made the year a lot more fun. So I appreciate the support that you give your children, as well as that you give me in the classroom and in our learning community. Thank you for the great year. Just to give you a heads up, on the 25th, the field trip notice will hopefully go home tomorrow. We're going to have a Fen Beach Day, my favorite day of the year. So if you can swing an afternoon off of work and join us